Alright, so American Beauty. American Beauty. American Beauty. I'm sorry. So I tried to film 3 times now, and I realized that it's very hard to do a scene analysis for this movie without telling you what the movie is about to me. So American Beauty is directed by Sam Mendes, who is the same director of 1917, which is a movie that came out in 2019. And I think it's a very great movie for you to think. It's an opinionated movie, and what I mean by that is that everyone's gonna have their own interpretations to the movie. You might have a similar idea to someone else, but at the end of the day you're gonna perceive it differently from someone else. So when I tell you what I think the movie is about, you might completely disagree and have your own theory, or you might agree, but there's some things that we're gonna disagree on. I don't think that every person is going to have, or any two people are gonna have the same exact idea for the movie. I want to say that the movie surface level talks about American life, especially American life during the 1990s. We think of the American dream. You have this dream job, you have a family with 2 kids on average, you have this 2-story home with the white picket fence, right? You're friends with all of your neighbors. It's about this career, it's about this happiness that you only find here in America. We clearly have that in the title American Beauty, so we know that there is some kind of connection to America and the beauty within America. We see it with the color scheme throughout the entire movie. When we look at the house is white, the window panels are blue, the front door is red, and the roses are red, and then we have the white picket fence, so it's all making comments on the American dream, the American household. American Beauty is the name of a rose. This rose is very pretty, it's fragrant. When I looked into it, apparently it's prone to rotting down at the roots. So we have this beautiful flower surface level, and underneath we have this like rotting going on. That itself is great insight to what we're gonna be viewing in the whole movie. So let's finally get back into the scene analysis. They live in this 2-story home with their daughter. They're a married couple, married happy couple with the white picket fence and the roses, the flowers. She stops in front of the home. Look at this, red, white, blue. This American dream, perfect car, perfect house. We have her and her reaction up here in the mirror, and she's like, what the heck is this? Alright, so we have a nice match cut of this brand new red car to this toy car. There's a lot going on here. So we open up the scene with the red toy car. Like I said, it's a match cut to the car outside. That's kind of the focus of the scene, right? That's what it's about. That's where her anger is stemmed from. He's feeling the way a kid feels. This sense of freedom, innocence, playfulness. He quit his job. He's working out. He has found happiness. He's learned that money has no objects, holds no power over him anymore, over his life anymore. He can do what he wants. He can buy what he wants. It doesn't matter because happiness is in the small things. Happiness is derived from what you make it. You don't need the perfect job. You don't need $1 million. You don't need this gorgeous house with imported furniture. And so that's kind of what we're getting here with the toy cars, playfulness. So let's look at the red that's going on. We know that the color red and roses both have big symbolism in this whole entire film. And usually when the roses appear in a scene, there is emphasis being put on in the scene because we know that the roses are a motif. So when they show up in a scene, the filmmakers want you to pay special attention to what's going on in that scene. The whole movie can be summed up in the scene. We have blue stripes. We're thinking of the flag. The red roses. We have white, red, white, blue, okay? We're still with the American theme, the American dream, American flag, all of that stuff, the freedom, right? American flag is freedom. So he's feeling free. Look at this. We have 1, 2, 3. On that dining table are roses. That's making a triangle. And triangle, like I said in my previous video, not only is good compositionally, it also shows who holds the most power in that shot or in that scene. So we know that Lester is laying down, lounging on this chair, and she is being squeezed in. You might assume that she holds the most power. If you look at the triangle that's being formed, the roses in the front, in the foreground, are bigger, puffier. They have a lot of emphasis from being in the foreground. And who is that directly next to or in front of? Lester. So we might be able to say that Lester's holding power in this scene. He is feeling powerful and free. Carolyn is being boxed into that frame. That's because it's giving her support. She might think that she's holding power. She's coming in here being assertive. There's no power. There's no controlling him. He's on his own now. And so that's why she's holding this wall, because she's being technically boxed into this world of perfection, into this American dream, this materialistic dream of order, perfection, power, success, and she's trying to hold on to that, and hold on to that power in the family. She wants to be the power in the family. He's lounging in a chair and he's in this big open room. He's feeling free, he's feeling open, and he's relaxed about it compared to her. Look at her stance, right? Like she can't stay still. She's not, there's no order. It's making her go insane. Look at the way that they're dressed. She's dressed in this nice, slim, shapewear dress. It is a pale blue. She's wearing those like tiny corporate heels. Look at him. He's not wearing shoes, which is probably one of the main things that you've noticed when I said look at their outfits. He's not wearing any shoes. He's wearing this like jacket and this like lounge wear. He's really truly just lounging. He doesn't care anymore. And he's happy. He's comfortable. Meanwhile, she's wearing something that looks very uncomfortable. Then look at the table. The table is messy. Okay, so he's feeling messy. He is going through life. Like I said, it's just he's feeling open, free, messy, making his own choices in life now. Let's keep on going.
Fine. 1970 Pontiac Firebird, the car I've
Look at her shifting.
Now I have it. I rule.
So he puts up the I rule fist. Actors are told to do these things, right? He didn't just do this just because. Or maybe he did. But when you put on the raised fist logo may represent unity or solidarity, generally with oppressed people. If we were to take that little piece of information and apply it to what he's doing, what he's really saying is that I'm no longer a part of this system. I am not being oppressed by the American dream system. I don't care about this perfect career. I don't care about money. I don't care about materialistic things. I just want to be happy. I just want to do what I want to do, buy what I want to buy, and nothing is holding me back from it. Because at the end of the day, we die. And she's just over here shifting in that doorway. She's so uncomfortable with that. She does not like it. She does not like this disorderly that's going on. I don't know if that's a word. I just made up a word. Disorderly. She's uncomfortable with it.
Aha, where's the Camry?
I traded it in.
Shouldn't you have consulted me first?
Alright, so what did I say about power? she is holding on to that power. She says, shouldn't you have consulted me first? Order, right? Order in the household. Why didn't you come to me with that? Because he quit his job, she believes that she's the breadwinner of the house. Now that she is handling the household finances, he should come to her.
Let me think. No, you never drove it.
He's perfectly comfortable lounging in that chair. He's like, let me think. No, you never drove the car. I control my own life. I'm my own individual person. I'm no longer consulting you. You may be my wife, but you do not own me. You do not control me. I don't have to go to you about what I'm doing on my daily basis. I don't need to make decisions with you by my side. I'm my own person. I'm a full-grown adult. I can make my own decisions. She hates she hates it. He's breaking out. And we know that she's a very orderly person based off of this, one of the scenes in the beginning of the movie when she was selling the house. Another comment on the orderly theme that's going on here and how she believes that she holds the power in this is look at the framing, look at the lighting, right? Over here, to the right side of the screen, we have the two lamps, the two pictures, and then the two pictures on the left and right side. We have the red box, we have the red roses. That's symmetry, that is balance, that is order, and that is her, right? She believes, at least, that she's balanced, or like this marriage is supposed to be balanced. The two windows give her light. Look at how she's being lit. She has this like halo light around her left side. So she thinks that she is the light, that she is the power, that he should be confronting her about things, that she's bringing in the money, she's bringing in the name, the family name.
Have you done something different? You look great.
Where's Jane?
Jane not home.
Notice how often she moved throughout this entire scene. Even if she was standing in one place, she's fidgety. Notice him staying in his spot, barely moving. Her world is being rocked right now. She's uncomfortable. She's not 100% stable. He's feeling stable. And so she says, where's Jane? And he says, Jane not home. In like this like caveman way. And so now we're continuing on with that playful personality that he's taking on because of the fact that he's feeling free and happy. And that also kind of segues into the next part of the scene. Let's go ahead. Look at where the controller is. That's all I have to say. But he says, Jane not home. He's this caveman, right? He's thinking in this caveman simple way. And then he does this simple action. And now we look at her and she's, whoa, what are you? She knows what's going on. If you don't know what's going on, she knows what's going on. And so then he gets up.
We have
Look at her. She's like, what's going on?
the
Oh.
whole house to ourselves.
She's still very shifty. He's very 100% in his actions. When he's sitting lounging on that couch, he's not moving. He's 100% in that action. He gets up, he moves to the chair. 100%. There's no shifting, there's no hesitation. He's confident in his actions.
Christ, Carolyn.
And she's trying to hold power. She's trying to be stern, and she's trying to look tough, right? Like, you're not gonna get to me. You're not gonna give me the disease of disorder. That's like the face that she has. Or like she's like, I'm gonna put you in your place kind of face that's going on.
When did you become so joyless?
Now she kind of has this face of vulnerability. And also notice that she's not shifty like she was previously. She's getting vulnerable, she's listening to him, she's feeling that comfort that he naturally gives as her husband. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at what she says.
Joyless? I am not joyless. There happens to be a lot about me that you don't know, Mr. Smarty Man. There's plenty of joy in my life.
Alright, so this is a very sterile shot. He is not being filmed at any point of this conversation, so we're really putting emphasis on her. How is she feeling? What's going on in her mind? So he says, what happened to you, Carolyn? You know, you used to be this fun, spunky, spontaneous woman. When did you become so joyless? And so she says that she isn't joyless. There's a lot of things that are going on with her that you don't know about. Probably because the relationship has been going down in the dump. She could be talking about the affair that she has with this man who is successful, who is the perfect king for her so that she could be the queen. And now she's feeling joy, or at least so she thinks. So she leans in, she's intimidating, or trying to intimidate him. She is still that woman, or at least she believes so. But notice that he's still holding his stance, his place, his confidence. He's not moving. He's not even flinching. So he is truly comfortable with where he is and what he's saying compared to her. Let's keep going.
Whatever happened to that girl? Who used to fake seizures at frat parties when she got bored. We used to run up.
Look at the camera. The camera is slowly inching in towards them.
To flash the traffic helicopters. Have you totally forgotten about her? Because I haven't.
Look at where the bottle is pointing. The bottle is pointing up towards her. And that's putting more emphasis on her. This is her moment. Pay attention to her, what she's feeling, how she feels in this moment, right? She is falling for him again. She's going back and forth between this, I am the one that's holding the power. I am in control of you. I will bring back order to your life. She's also going through this thing of, you make me weak. You're my husband. I have love for you. I'm still attracted to you and I still want to be with you. And that's what's going on here. And we can also see this height being played, right? Like I said, that she believes that she holds the power, so she's always higher than him in the frame. Now that's changed where she's below him, quite literally under him in the frame. Who really holds power? He does. Inching closer.
Lester, you're gonna spill beer on the couch.
And then what does she say? Right? She's in this vulnerable moment. She's almost falling for it. Almost falling for this happiness, this freedom that he's feeling. And then she looks at the bottle and she's like, Lester, you're going to spill that on my couch. Boom. She breaks right out of it. She breaks out of it. She's back to this conformity. She's back to this materialism. And so she's worried about him spilling the beer on this expensive couch.
So what? It's just a couch.
This is a $4,000 sofa, upholstered in Italian silk.
She mentions money, and then she mentions the fact that it's an Italian couch. What does that mean? It means that she's right back into this materialistic, preservative thing. She has to preserve this expensive thing. And he is over here mad. He's like, I almost had her. He knows that these material things come and go. They're not really important. Why do we care about $4,000 couches? It's ridiculous. We should care about what makes us happy.
It's just a couch! This isn't life! This is just stuff. And it's become more important to you than living. Well, honey, that's just nuts.
Look at how she's framed again. They purposely filmed behind his shoulder to show that she is still being boxed in to that frame. Her hair is messed up. She looks messed up. She's the one that looks crazy while he looks orderly, even though she's wearing this orderly fit outfit and he's the one barefoot walking around, right? So she's boxed into this and she's conforming to the American dream, this materialistic lifestyle. And so she gets up and she leaves.
I'm only trying to help you.
And now he's the one that is being framed. He is the one that is being boxed in to that room. He realizes that no matter how free he might feel after quitting and buying the car that he's always wanted, at the end of the day, he's still married to her. He still lives in this house, and there is no happiness for him there. With that simple idea, he's locked in. Alright, so that is it for American Beauty. That scene was about 4 minutes, and it tells you a lot about the entire film as a whole and where the characters are at and what the characters are going through. But like I said, the movie is very opinionated, and you can take it any way. You might have seen everything completely different. It could go so many different ways. I put a lot of emphasis on the fact that it's commenting on American households and people in general because of the emphasis of the red, white, and blue and the house that they live in. Stay tuned for my next video on shutter speed and my following video on another scene analysis.